You know it's bad when this dude
I took an IQ test. My IQ is
And what'd you get?
79.
You're about, I think, 6 IQ points from being classified as mentally retarded.
has a point.
Never forget, loyalty always over money. I saw Luke Belmar tweet talking about you need to get rid of the friends that are losers. A lot of people say you should be the least successful in the room so that way you can build up. That makes you a leech and a coward, getting rid of your loser friends. Your loser friends that have been with you since day one, since you were in 8th grade, you're gonna bail on that much because he's not working hard enough so you can go suck some rich dudes. Leave your real friends who have real loyalty, real respect for you, real connection, real love. Don't forget who was there when you had nothing.
We live in a time where people are loneliest. There could be many reasons to why that is, but Togi mentions one. We are forced fed this idea of once people don't fit your life's trajectory, we should ditch them, and we only must seek people that we can benefit off of. Doesn't matter what kind of values a person has. If he has money, he's probably built different. He's probably disciplined, knows something that your dork friends don't know, so he's more valuable. Where did the definition of friends change? In ancient Greece, Plato set a good standard. His thoughts were people do not love or befriend others purely for who they are, but because of the good that they represent or help us reach. So, friendship is not just affection, but a kind of spiritual attraction towards goodness. Friendship is at its best a moral partnership in pursuit of virtue. At that time, it seemed like you needed others, you were dependent on others to reach your moral goodness. And then something started to change. We can go even deeper, and I will.
I can go into heavy detail, and I will.
Somewhere about that 15th century, Catholic churches were pretty much very corrupt. They basically took money so people would get into heaven. They said, give us money, we will get you to heaven. That's how it worked. And no one could question them because if you question them, they could just ban you, and people were scared of that. So basically, then came Martin Luther and gave some power back to the people, with his 95 thesis, which he published. And there he wrote that actually we don't need churches to get salvation. Everyone can be their own little church in their household. Everyone can be their own theologue because the way to Jesus is open for everyone and nothing can stand in its way. At that point, Renaissance already had started, and that was the time people became individualists. And fast forward a few years, now we are at the point of this. Stop hanging out with your loser ass friends, find someone that you can benefit from. Friendships have been reduced to what can this person do for me? Can he open doors for me to progress? Can he do this? Can he do that? They are only instruments used for benefits. And a person, goodness is his power. What is a good hearted person? Don't know, don't care. Money, yes, that's valuable person. Some might say, well, if people help each other get richer, get more powerful, then it fits the Plato's definition that people do not love or befriend others purely for who they are, but because of the good that they represent or help us reach. So if people get rich together, then it's all good. Well, Plato would turn around in his grave, because he would say something like modern people have a confused philia through friendship with koinonia simpertos, koinaina simpertos, a community of interest, basically a group that is there for their own interests. These relationships are transactional, not real connections of the soul. They strengthen society's wealth but weaken its virtue. That's interesting. So we can see how our society has shaped what is good and what is virtuous. These days, virtue is to be independent, lone wolf, be rich, powerful. Good work is shaped as something that makes you money. It doesn't matter what you do if it gives you more money for the same amount of work. Gurus have absolutely destroyed the definition of friendships, meaningful jobs, and relationships. All for what? Why would Luke Belmar why would Luke Belmar say that? You need to ditch your loser friends and meet someone that wants to get rich. I am sure he only wants what is best for you and he cares about you very deeply. That's why he says it. Oh, look, a networking campaign which you can visit if you pay a few thousands of dollars, where you can meet people that also want to get rich. How convenient, you know? You always have to ask why. Why would someone invest millions of dollars spreading their content? Because they want to benefit you, they want to help you? Yeah, sure. That's all I have to say.